telling me to start this off with some bad news. I know. But for all those wondering, the bad news is
I'm just getting started, biatch.
Just for you to love me right. And y'all feeling on the war. Yeah, my name is Mr. Composition. In case I don't see y'all later, I got a book signing August 26th at Dead Tree Books. For my book Ideas of Illusion. Shout out to Mickey Show, Mad One and the DJ. Thank y'all very much.
I want to start this off with a super thank you to everyone who shared the first episode. It's been getting a lot of attention and a lot of people are feeling it. So continue doing so. I'm pretty excited about it because this is something that I get to document and hopefully help other, authors who are wanting to jump into self-publishing. I titled this episode The Big Picture. Reason why I titled that, because when I was first writing my book, in the beginning I made the first draft. The first draft was about 78 pages and I was excited out of my mind. At my job, one of my supervisors printed up all of the pages and I made like a little booklet out of it, and so me and my girlfriend was reading it, and there's a sense of pride and accomplishment. This is the steps to my first book, and you kind of get blinded by that. And when you have somebody editing it, you let that ego part of you get to a point where you don't even see your flaws. And thinking back to my first draft, when I got the first edits back, I felt like, who do you think you are? You don't get it, what do you mean, and it's one of those things where just in the same with life, we kind of zone out anything else. We're in this particular picture, or part of the picture. We're at the little, tree trunk that's right there, and all we see is that tree trunk. And we may not even know it's a tree trunk because you only see a small portion of it, and a lot of times having that openness, open-mindedness, you're able to see the bigger picture. You're able to see that piece of wood that you see actually is attached to a tree, which is attached to ground, which is attached to a scenery, which is attached to one portion of this big portrait.
The Kid Booth on Kinyo Live. What up? All right, look. So, what do you feel is your best inner city marketing technique?
Just showing up. That's really the most simplest thing I can really tell anybody is just show up. Like you're not gonna get that network and stuff online. Sometimes the easiest thing to do is to just show up, network, go to these spots. Most of the time they're free. So
I can dig that. I can dig that. Just being on the scene. I feel you. I feel the same way. It's a great tool because a lot of people don't go out these days. They think the internet is it. But
yep.
Way to see a real MC that'll still get out there and talk to you. You know what I mean? Shake his hand, get to meet him.
We can miss out on so much abundance that's available to us by, looking at this one shiny thing. Looking just because it shines, we don't care. We got that shine right there. We're not even worried about the fact that, that's nothing compared to what's waiting for you. It's like for my book, Ideas of Illusion, it took a couple of months to write, like 2 months to write the whole entire thing. But it took 2 years of editing. In this day and age, being that you do have that access and the ability to self-publish, I will let you know from first-hand experience. There was a disability that I had when it came to being able to edit my own work. When I got back edits, I would see like, oh wow, I didn't even take that into consideration. There's just this disability. So I would highly suggest getting several eyes on it, and if it's a loved one, make sure that they got some experience. I hope that I can inspire more people to write. I get all the time when I'm out at these shows and people see me set up my books and my CDs, they're just like, wow, you wrote a book. Like, there's one thing to hear people say, I'm writing a book, things like that, but I guess you don't really see too many people with a book, and especially in the type of setting that I go to, I'm hitting the book circuit like I would do music, and I'm actually combining the two.
This is my shit.
Sometimes you just are not able to see the bigger picture, but just have faith that there is a bigger picture, and just be open to, just be open for the greater good of you, to hear people out, to have your work looked at. At the end of the day, I leaped into this. I wasn't fired from my job. I quit. All the set security that was there, deuces. And, that's why the first episode was the freak out. And I don't know if this is just going to be a, you know, kind of chronological order of emotions that I went through as far as for each of these episode titles. But, you know, first it was the freak out, and then it was just the realization that there is a bigger picture. As I haven't even, you know, gotten out of whatever dark area at the time to even know that there's light, but I can feel light. I can feel that light, and that is what's allowing me to push through the darkness and to persevere, you know, and just take it easy on myself. So yeah, that's the big picture.